The hospital is a place of competing emotions in constant flux: anxiety and hope, loss and renewal.
You excited?
Children's National Health System in Washington has learned that children do much better in surgery when their environment makes them feel less like a patient and more like a kid.
They say we rolling, they hate it, they told it.
Which is exactly what 11-year-old Ashley Thornton of Virginia, 15-year-old Alyssa Brown of Washington, D.C., and 8-year-old Mary Palmer of West Virginia have been doing for weeks.
I've been telling them on the third and fourth day it'll get easier.
In a rare trifecta, all three have a severe form of scoliosis requiring traction 23 hours a day for weeks to prepare for the same spinal fusion surgery, allowing them to walk, breathe, and eat better.
Usually for scoliosis, it would be like a left curve, but no, I'm right. I'm special. I have a right curve. So, and Dr. Mark calls me a question mark.
Good girl. Okay.
Getting around can be tricky. Treatment at times can be painful, but they conquered their fears by being the best of friends.
I cannot imagine going through this without them. I'd be bored. I'd be sad.
I think they're fun to play with because they're always nice to me.
I'll be coming to their rooms, making sure they're okay. And I yeah, and they do the same back. And we just have fun and we laugh together.
You on that beat, now slide, drop, hit the floor, don't stop, ayy, don't stop, ayy, don't stop.
When you have three kids, they can play together, they can feed off each other, and really it's about the support. They're going to be here for a few weeks, they're going to be getting treatment, and to have three kids together supporting each other is what makes it sort of special.
And they're cool and we close. So it's like, we're traction sisters. You can say that. We're like this.
We totally get it, Alyssa.
I can't say that much. We just close.
If you've ever had someone there for you during the smiles and the tears, you understand the power and the importance of the Traction Sisters, who, by the way, wear awesome matching unicorn necklaces, because that's how they roll.
The other day in our wheelchairs, we were playing hide and seek. Mary, coming, what is it to?
Who'd blame the Traction Sisters for trying to evade my questions and camera?
Go! We couldn't ditch him. Darn it!
But rest assured, the bonds they created and have since nurtured while cruising down corridors of uncertainty will only strengthen in time. This friendship is far from over.
Definitely. We already planned a sleepover. Yeah, for the parents to meet up too.
First, they have to get past their respective surgeries. Alyssa went first, then Ashley, and finally Mary. All are recovering. After all these girls have been through, you get the sense that the Traction Sisters will one day just call themselves sisters. Jay Korf, ABC 7 News. So this is my friend Chris Randall. We race bikes, sometimes against each other. But this time, our rides would stay at home. For this adventure, we would need a full tank of gas. Our destination, Three Notched Brewery, 2.5 hours away in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
How we doing, sir? Minuteman. Minuteman? Do you have a tab going?
Yes, beer drinking would be involved, but so would a bike race, unlike any you've seen.
Yeah, we're gonna road trip. This is exciting. I've seen snips of videos on Instagram and YouTube of events like this. I've never ever done it. It'd be fun to try, but you also have to be able to ride high RPM. So, and there's beer. So, sold.
Chris Randall would soon remind us that until we test our limits, we really have no idea what we are capable of.
How are you this evening? Wonderful. This is awesome. I love doing this thing, and thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
This thing that brewery manager Naveed Quarterman loves doing is hosting the Rocktown Roller-Rama races.
Packing the house with people to race against each other at our brewery is an awesome thing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's break down the magic you just witnessed. In this event, each rider pedals frantically aboard a single-geared bike, front wheel off, back wheel, on rollers, linked electronically into a feed showing in real time the 250-meter mad dash sprint to glory.
No bike gear, no shorts, no spandex. Just show up in their jeans and just have a good time. It's amazing. Most events you can't do that. You don't have to bring a bike. You just bring your will to want to try to race. And $10.
Times are nuts. This is some serious stuff.
He wasn't kidding. That's not any Lindsay. That's pro mountain bike racer Lindsay Carpenter, who demolished her competition in an early round.
It's loud, and people tap into that adrenaline rage that you don't know you have. Harrisonburg does not mess around. Every single person that got up on that bike is a very fit individual.
In fact, Carpenter did not win the women's bracket. Amanda Pressgraves, an accomplished triathlete who recently qualified for Worlds in Switzerland, finished on top. Harrisonburg is a big-time cycling city. The electricity surging through this crowd is for none other than local legend Nick Waite, who just happened to race in the Pro Peloton for years.
28.1 miles an hour. It's spinning like crazy.
So fast.
We'll see if I can keep up with that. It'll be fun to try.
You got it.
Let's back up for just a moment. This is footage of Chris riding before the event started to see where he would be seated in this tournament. Keep in mind, Randall is an admitted average mid-pack racer, but his time so fast earned him a first-round bye.
Connor Bell and Chris R.
His second-round race would be a test. He won, but barely.
That was hard. My heart's still racing. I gave it all I got.
In his quarterfinal showdown, Randall rolled to victory, despite going up against a higher-rated competitive racer.
You know how to ride the red bike. I think I figured that too. I have to stand up and do it.
Right, I
just have to be on top.
All I do, I shut everything off. All I do is focus on spinning.
Yeah.
It would be Randall's misfortune that his new friend, Nick Waite, would be his semi-final foe. A race Waite would win comfortably, leading him to an easy victory in the finals.
I know leg speed when I see it, and this guy has got it. So yeah, I was not comfortable going up against him at all, and I've got high leg speed. So yeah, that's basically that story.
No, it's good. No, it's good.
But there was one more race to go for Chris Randall, third place, which he took handily.
It's a good time. It's good vibes all around. Win or lose, we're all friends. It's awesome.
We're out here.
I am bikes, right? Like that's it. That's all I have. That's it. My family, my bikes. And so
when Chris Randall and I began this road trip hours earlier, we had no idea that later that night he'd be on the podium standing next to racing royalty. But you never know the adventures you'll have or the friends that you'll make unless you go to unexpected places. Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.